everybody. It's the evening of the day that I posted the most recent podcast, and I just cooked a impossible or beyond meat. It's plant-based Kheema with green beans and lots of chilies and tomatoes. And I'm having a little bit of sauce left over from the samosas from a couple of days ago, and I made rice. I haven't made fresh rice in a while. I was getting those packet things, but I didn't have any in stock today. And both the babies are here. They're playing behind the chair. We got one baby there. We got one baby there. I just fed them. Everyone has eaten, except, of course, for me. I'm going to have my veggie Kheema now. And Agita is there. So, I'm just about to have it. Well, I'm still watching that Mosquito Coast. It's not that good. First couple of episodes were passable, but now it's not nearly as good as the book. Anyway, I'm going to have my, I'm just going to plate it, and I'm going to eat. So, bye for now. Good morning, everybody. I'm just sitting here, and Agita was talking to me. I just heard her, she said a few things, and by the time I started taping, she got up. But I wanted my local cat rescue friend is very, very fluent in cat. So last time Agita was talking to me, she interpreted exactly what Agita was saying. And it was something like, dude, I told you not to touch me, and now I just came to say hi, and I was like, I'm very detailed, and I wasn't sure. She was like, yeah, I guess I knew what you were saying, but my friend interpreted it very well. So, but Agita just like meowed at me several times, and by the time I turned it on, but I'll have to, that one meow, I'll have to ask my friend what that meow meant, So anyway, she was definitely saying something, and I'm not sure what, Anyway, so we got one baby there, and we got one baby here, and we got Agita there. She's climbing up on her perch, after having said something to me. So, but on the whole, yesterday after, I posted and then I taped a bit, I watched some more Mosquito Coast, but I really didn't like the later episode. So I ended up switching to the morning show with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon, and it was really good, actually. I ended up like binge watching 6-7 episodes in a row until like 4 o'clock in the morning. And the babies were here in the living room, and Agita was settled in the bedroom. I went to bed, Agita on her corner, and then both the babies came, settled on the bed, and we had a very nice night. And then morning, spent time with the kids, fed them, had a piece of cheese and some leftover, vegetarian Kheema myself with beans, and for breakfast, and it's kind of foggy. So this is, I guess, the last day of 2022, Now, I mean, for me, it was kind of a rough year in some ways, but, towards the end, I mean, the whatever it was, addictions mixed with that other thing, that other kind of, process, that kind of, sexual identity process or whatever it is, I'll use the Jungian term because it's the one that, I'm most familiar with, the confronting of the anima, but in a very intense psychosexual way, and very, very, dangerous because it's with substances, so there's no ego boundaries and all of that stuff. So that's, and kind of discovering that that's what the dual addictions had sort of revolved around all this time, So that so far, I mean, yesterday there were not cravings, but there were thoughts, but I kept, the way I kind of combated them, so sort of a cognitive approach, but, not quite. But the way I dealt with them was there were thoughts from the last binge and a couple of binges before and some of the details, and, and it was more to see the whole thing in terms of there was all of that, there was, the various, things that go along with that, Eros and THANATOS, and the highs and the pleasure stuff, all of that. There was all of that, and certain things kind of, you go over things, However, at this point, it's more like all of that shit, like 6 years leading up to that, has brought me here. It's brought me to a certain realization, a certain knowledge, a certain, that in Jungian terms, as I said, a certain state of, understanding, of at least starting to confront and perhaps eventually integrate anima. That's, it brought me here. Now I don't want to go back to that shit. That shit. It was, it was very intense, and it was unspeakable horror and unimaginable delight at the same time. So, but all of that was to bring me here. So now that I'm here, it's better not even to dwell on those thoughts, because the delights and the horrors have brought me to this next stage, which I'm going to work on with my analyst and in writing. And, generally, without a lot of details in the podcast, because the details are very personal, other people are involved, and there's all of that stuff. And, hello, everybody. I ended up coming out to get the gourmet cat food on sale. They like the little tiny taster pouches, so I got that. And I was going to an Indian place for takeout here, Lcee and Dundas. But there was a lineup, and it was like chicken biryani, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm. This place is right here. It's Eastside Mario's, just same area, and I can use my points. And thank you very much. And the thing with here is, I can eat the soup and salad here, and then I can keep the chicken or the shrimp pasta for later, while watching TV. So it kind of works. This is my appetizers here, and then my main course at home while watching, Apple TV. Anyway, and then I'll be back with the kids, and then I can spend New Year's Eve with the kids, and I'll have a nice pasta for later. Anyway, bye for now. Okay, tomato soup, and I put lots and lots of chili flakes and Tabasco, obviously. It's quite good, And salad is coming, and then the pasta. People are wearing all over. They're wearing like these hats and party favors and things like that, And in the underworld. Excuse me. I think it's peppers. The kind of went up my nose, but in the underworld. In dusty dumpster door road, Weaselland. The party favors, of course, mean something else, which I'm sure people will be doing, not here, but tonight there'll be a lot of the other kind of party favors happening too. Here's. I think it's all, I put a lot of the peppers and that black pepper, and it went up my nose. Anyway, bye for now. Had my leftover supper, and the kids have had their tiny tasters. And look, Agita and one of her brothers very nicely settled in the bed. And the other brother is here, and I'm just watching the morning show. It's actually quite good, and there's fireworks going on outside in preparation of New Year's. It's private people. They just let them off by the water there. Actually, quite a good display, and when they have Canada Day and stuff, we used to go up to the roof and watch the official fireworks up by Ontario Place, but they were quite far away. Yeah, you can just see them from the window. This is just private people setting them off. Now they started doing it at New Year's too. So anyway, watch fireworks, watch the show, spend time with the kids, and bring in the New Year. I need chocolates I got from Shoppers Drug Mart on sale. Leftover Christmas chocolates. Anyway, bye for now. No, this actually may not be just the private fireworks. I think these are the public fireworks, because there's a lot of cars all parked along here. So it looks more like they're doing the this is more than just people letting off some firecrackers. It's almost midnight, kids. We're going to bring in the New Year again at home, so we can maybe there. And we get Agita there. And we got the other baby here in the bed. My wonderful family. So hopefully, sweethearts, this is going to be a slightly better year for us. Last one was okay, but it was, there's a lot of pulls, a lot of bitches, escalating. But hopefully there's been a shift. So let's see how it goes. So anyway, almost there. Like I think 1 minute. Okay, happy New Year, kids, sweetheart. Agita, 1 baby, 2 baby. It's a new year, sweethearts. 2023. You guys came home in 2020. Yes, these are not private fireworks. These are. They used to do these closer to Ontario Place, but I guess they're doing them here now. We get a nice view from here. I should turn off the kitchen light too. And there's some more, I think those ones in the distance, those are the more private ones. And there's a lot, see all the cars? I don't know if you can see all the lights. All the cars are kind of, this used to be further down on Lakeshore. Here just used to be like private. Anyway, I think that's it. It's the new year, so I can go back to, I'll give the kids some treats. I'll have some more, leftover Christmas candy that I bought today at Drug Mart and sale. And, I'll have some cola and continue watching morning show. It's kind of good series. Okay, happy New Year, everyone. From everyone, all 20 of my viewers on a good day, of our viewers, I should say. So happy New Year from 1 baby, from. So happy New Year to everyone from 1 baby, from 2nd baby hiding under the chair. There. So from 1 baby, 2 baby, and of course Agita running that way. And from myself, the nuttiest of professors, heading back to Nutty. Heading back to Nutty from psychos and crazy, but I think we're just passing through crazy. We're on our way back to, we're just kind of, on our way back to Nutty. 3 weeks clear, that's the other thing, not really using that framework anymore, but still, it has been 3 weeks, and there has been a shift, so it's still no guarantees, day by day, but it's a new year. So, from Agita, Happy New Year from Agita. Happy New Year from hiding under the chair, baby. And from the baby here in the dark. So, Happy New Year for 1 baby, from 2 baby under the chair, and Agita there on her perch, and myself, of course, the nuttiest of. Good morning, everybody. We've got Agita there, one of the babies there, and one of the babies there. Had a good night with the kids. Mostly slept on the bed as usual, and I'm just about to feed them, and then I will tape a little bit more. I'm thinking of picking a tarot card to start the new year. I haven't done that in a while, and then I'm planning on editing and posting the Nutty Professor's special edition Happy New Year's Day. Happy New Year's Day, everyone! Happy New Year's Day podcast with the New Year's wishes for our very few viewers from the 4 of us. So I'm just going to feed the kids and then I'll do that. Okay, bye for now. Hello, everybody. After I taped it home, I got ready and I came out to have breakfast. And I was going to eat at home, just, bread and cheese and maybe go out later, But then I said, it's a new year. I do want to go out for my first breakfast out of the year. Going to try to start this year better. Thank you very much. Than last year. Last year, I've said this already, wasn't a great year for me personally, because there were just a lot of binges and a lot of struggles, but I survived, and the kids are fine, and the family togetherness time level is like, unprecedented, with all three kids sleeping at the bed at the same time, and by leaving them, all loose when I go out. I was not able to do this last year because to put babies in their room and all the rest of stuff. The binges got progressively worse. Anyone who's been following these, without the details, but they know what's been happening. But there was a shift. There was a sort of there was a realization, there was a sort of a bottoming out, or whatever you want to call it. It wasn't a bottoming out, it was something else. But again, I'm going to write about all of that. What happened? There's been a shift to seeing it in Jungian terms, confronting the anima in a particular way, which also involved, to a certain degree, addiction. So it's a complicated process that was on. But now that I know the process, I'm working on it again with my analyst. So 3 weeks clear. Now, last year, I was looking at the journal entries doing my year-end review, and I kind of forgot that last year the December binge was actually right before New Year's. I mean, it was like the day before New Year's, so I kind of went into the New Year, just coming down. And then 3-4 days later, there was another binge, and then there was a gap, and then there was another binge, and then then the direction shifted, and and stuff got more serious, and they got more more intense, and then there'd be like 2 months, and then another direction, and and intense, and then I taped, while I was coming down and stuff like that. And so anyway, that was my darkest journey video. So all of that happened last year, and then 3 weeks ago, things got kind of hairy again, but they shifted, So and I've been clear. The pulls have been minimal. There's a different kind of thing happening now, And not saying that there are no pulls, or there's no, because there's been some very powerful stuff, and very, very powerful stuff, and substances, and things, situations. So, but it's not the same kind of craving. It's not the same kind of pulling before. So I'm starting this year, I think, on a better footing than last year. There's a little bit more awareness. There's 3 weeks clear. There's, I'm back in analysis. I've slightly shifted the podcast a little bit more, not just addiction, but also, general things such as the random shit and the fate and the Jungian framework that I've been sort of using on and off for years talks about synchronicities. But now I'm just kind of working on my own, and I've been doing that all along. I mean, we've had the with the addictions, there was the possession metaphors, the werewolf, and the dragon, and Return of the Hero, Campbell's, and Dusty Dumb Throat and Weasels, and all of those frameworks that I was kind of modifying, tweaking, approaching what I saw as just an addiction. But now it's kind of putting it more in other processes, more in Jungian terms, the confronting of anima, the shadow and anima. I was talking about shadow before. We have talked about shadow a lot from the addiction angle. But now there's another variable. So hopefully, starting this year on a better, footing. So I said, okay, I might as well go out and have because last year I don't think I did that on New Year's, So I got a New Year's breakfast, and I want to go back. I want to tape a little bit more for the kids. I want to edit and post this, and I want to pick a tarot card. So that's what we're going to do when we get back. But pick a tarot card, and this is going to be a tarot card for the year. Let's just see. General, so let's see which one we pick. And then I'm going to edit and post. So this is as I said, this is a New Year's podcast for my few, but as I've said before, quality rather than quantity. My few, but steadfast viewers. 20 to 40, So, Happy New Year to you all. I said it last night, I'll say it again now, and I'll say it again when I tip it out. So, I'll just show you the food when it comes. Bye for now. Food has arrived. One of the things I like about this place is they always bring you, an almost full bottle of Tabasco, which I put liberally, obviously. Now, this is in Grow West Village, and I was considering going to the place closer, which is called Sunset. And this one is, it's not far either, but it's called Sunrise. And I do come here frequently, busier today than I've ever seen it before, but then it is New Year's Day. So, but there was also part of the symbolic intent there that, I'm like, I'd rather go on the first day of the new year, I'd rather go to a place called Sunrise than a place called Sunset. So this is Nutty Professor in symbolic mode. And, we've also been, I was talking about the frameworks that I've used, Dusty Dumpster, Roman Weasel, Return of the Anti-Hero, and all of that stuff. But now we've also got the Protective Donkey Energy and the Drama Llama. So my wish again to my, my very few viewers is, may you have a year with minimal Drama Llama and lots of donkey protection. Bye for now. Hello everybody, I just came home and took off my my coat and my socks and stuff, and we get Agita there. It's her favorite spot now. And we go, what baby here? That's Agita's favorite perch when so when she's not using it, the babies take it. And the other baby's here. Inside the playpen, but of course with the flap open, as always these days. So, just got home, and I'm going to pick a tarot card. So I'm just going to get the deck out and see what card I pick. Okay, here I am on the ego chair. I shuffled, and I'm not a great shuffler, but I shuffled, And we get both the babies here. Agita's still in her room. And remember my technique, the person who told me, feel the heat. I don't feel the heat. But I shuffle a bit, and then I move them around a bit, and then I go. And then there's one or two that kind of semi-speak to me. So right now I'm kind of feeling these two. I'm feeling those two. This one is, let's do this one. What is it? The devil. Now that's something, isn't it? Jealousy or turmoil. Is it turmoil? Jealousy or trouble, able to break the chains that are binding you or holding you back. It's pretty good. And don't forget, I have said this before, that, even in symbolism, even and we're talking about, even like the death card is not necessarily a negative card, because it means something old that's maybe not working is dying, and there's a rebirth. So there's that whole, so, there's a whole, devil or, positive, negative thing in Judeo-Christian mythology. We're not really using that. And in a way, I think Loki, the trickster energy, which I've been talking about, sort of, I've been associating it with random shit. But the Loki energy, or the trickster energy, it did come to a certain degree to be associated in Christian mythology with the devil. But anyway, this is, and for us, able to break the chains that binding you or holding you back, and there are chains that hopefully have been broken, and they kind of go forward, and I am exploring shadow and opposites, and confronting shadow, and so I think it's a relevant card. Let me just read what it says about it. 1 second. So I guess I pulled the upright devil card, and just from, just Googled it. Devil card in tarot is about ambitions, also synonymous with temptation, addiction, depression, And it goes on to say and it does express the realm of taboo, the culturally rejected wildness and undigested shadow side that each of us carries in our unconscious. And all of that stuff with, negative feelings concerning the material world, physical pleasures, all of that stuff. Oh, very relevant to the journey I've been on, because my journey has been a bit confronting shadow and this kind of the next aspect of shadow, which was the confronting of the anima, which, without going into further detail, it's a very relevant card for me to pick. But at the same time, this shadow stuff and that, the physical stuff has sort of brought me to where I am, this exploration of shadow. So now the thing is to move forward. So we've and that's going to be the trick. And no guarantees. And it's funny. The card goes, it says addiction, temptation, all of that stuff. So, but now it's to use the shadow energy. What I've learned, what I've kind of confronted, what I've made myself aware of, and to go from here. Now, there's no guarantees. I've said this before. There was a shift in awareness. I have been clear 3 weeks. The pulls in the direction that they were before are much, much less. So, but there's still no guarantees, because there was also aspects of addiction and the cravings and all of that, the physical stuff that was going along with it. So, but so far, I'm going to do it day by day. I'm just going to go day by day, and so far so good. 3 weeks and counting. So, from the 4 of us. So from 1 baby, 2 baby, Agita, and myself, the psycho professor moving to crazy and heading back towards nutty, exploring shadow. And, in the words of Little Nas X, it's not over while I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. And in my own framework, for all of my very few viewers, have a happy new year, and may there be protective donkey energy. So I'm wishing you all protective donkey energy, and wishing you a relatively drama llama. There's our drama llama facing the other way. I think this drama llama's name was Lex Luthor, but I'm wishing all of our viewers a relatively drama llama free year. So from all of us. So from 1 baby, 2 baby over here in the bedroom, and Agita, and myself, from the 4 of us, hope you all have a happy new year, relatively drama llama free, Bye for now. See you next podcast.